Hello and welcome back to Tish Does Travel. This is a very special location to start a video, isn't it? I am in the Italian mountains surrounded by the clouds, and if it wasn't quite so cloudy you'd be able to see Mont Blanc behind me. So why am I in Italy and why am I at Mont Blanc? Well, you see, Jeep and the North Face are collaborating on a new Jeep Avenger 4xe, and Jeep have invited me to Italy to take a look at this car but also experience a little bit of what inspired the new Jeep Avenger. So in today's video I'm going to take you on my adventures around Mont Blanc, but also I'm carrying on from here to somewhere else in Italy, and of course I'm sure the thumbnail has given it away. So if you want to find out how I get on my adventures in Italy, then please keep watching, and if you like travel content like this, then you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Right, let's just rewind a little bit and go back to the beginning of the day when I first arrived in Italy. So it feels like we were in the car for a very long time. It took us about 3 hours to get here, and of course we've been up since, well, I got up at 5 a.m, flight was at 7:10, so feeling a little bit tired now. We've just arrived at the location, which is beautiful. It's like this viewing platform and they've got lots to see here. I believe they have like a cinema room, and there's lots to do when of course it's not hosting an event, but they are currently hosting Jeep and North Face. So we're just about to have a little bit of lunch, and then we're going to have a press conference, learn a little bit more about the car, the collaboration, what inspired the designers, and then we're going to get to go to the top and see a little bit of Mont Blanc. Fingers crossed if it's not too cloudy.
Look at the world from a new angle. Do things you've never done. And to get where you've never been. With new Jeep Avenger 4xe, the North Face edition.
So we're just about to get on the second gondola of the day. So at the moment we're kind of part of the way up, and then we're just going I think we're going as high as you can go, so that's quite exciting. Now, I did actually used to be scared of heights, and I'd say that I am still scared of them, but I've kind of learnt how to deal with a fear now. But this part is like a little peninsula out onto the mountain edge, and whoa, this is making me feel really ill. My legs are like jelly right now. I always feel like I want something to hold on to when I'm up high. I'm so wobbly. I feel like I need to get off of this little peninsula here. So we've come to the very top, or as far as you can get up to the top of the viewing point of Mont Blanc. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. It's actually taken me by surprise how much altitude sickness I actually feel. I just assumed that because I ski, and I don't usually get altitude sickness when I ski, I'd be fine, but I actually feel quite queasy, and we had to walk up for a few set of stairs and I had to take a break. And I'm feeling a bit breathy, trying to remember to breathe, but it's absolutely beautiful. Now this is actually where Mont Blanc would be, but it is currently covered in cloud. But I don't think we can complain when the rest of the view is like this. It's very beautiful. absolutely crazy how quickly today's gone. So we need to get this lift back down. The last one goes at 4:30. But it feels like I've only been awake. To me, it feels like about 11 a.m. Obviously, we got the flight at like 7. We were here or landed around 9. And then, of course, the time difference and then coming into the mountains. Time has just gone so quickly. Like the rest of today, I don't actually know what the plan is for the rest of the day, what the itinerary is. But hopefully it's going to involve a pretty hotel and hopefully a nice meal. So let's get the cable car back down. So I'll give you a quick room tour. Of course, out here is the balcony, which is amazing. I'll show you that in a moment. We've got bathroom here, all very nice, lovely and clean. And then we've got the bed, which all looks lovely. Now, I don't even know what's up here yet. I'm gonna have a look in a moment. I'm super excited about this. So we've got a North Face beanie, which I'm gonna get loads of use out of. I actually love this color as well. It's absolutely perfect. There's loads of lovely kind of books and the book of Mont Blanc, which is all really lovely. So should we see, just before I show you what's out there, should we see what's up here? Oh, this is not what I was expecting. Okay, we've got a little kitchenette, which is really sweet. The first thing I saw was like the plastic on this table, and I wondered what on earth was going on, but obviously this is a room that can fit a couple of more people in as well. Hope that no one can get through that door. Not going to think about that. But let me head back down and I'm going to show you what's outside of the balcony, because this is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. And how amazing is this? It feels so special to have a view like this. And I also really like the hotel because it feels a bit more authentic to the place where we're staying. So a lot of time on these car launches, obviously I'm extremely grateful, but they tend to be quite corporate places like Hilton's. But this feels just like super authentic, and look at that view. It's absolutely stunning. I feel very, very lucky and very grateful to be here with Jeep. So the plan is now, we've got about an hour of downtime. I might go for a little bit of a stroll, but we really don't have a lot of time and I have been up for ages. So I feel like maybe a nap would be a better idea. But also, how often do you get to do things like this, right? So I might go for a little bit of a stroll, and then we have a round table, which is what they call like meetings with some of the executives, some of the people who worked on the design of the Jeep and the North Face collaboration, get a bit more insight into what inspired them, and then it's dinner time, which I'm very excited about, and then it'll be bedtime because I am exhausted. Right, let's go for a little bit of an explore and I'll show you a bit more of the hotel as well. I'm really glad that I managed to get out and have a little bit of a stroll and see all the pretty buildings. I love all of these alpine buildings. They're my favourite, although it has got me very, very excited for skiing. I want to go skiing right now, and I just know that in a couple of months this place is just going to be like buzzing with activity. It's really quiet at the moment. I'm still out of breath. We're still up quite high, so yeah, it's definitely taken it out of me, but it's just started to rain. and I'm going to go back to my room and I'm going to get changed for this evening. Good morning from Italy and in the mountains, and it is chilly enough to get away with wearing my new North Face hat. I'm actually going to get loads of use out of this. I didn't even plan the outfit knowing I was going to get this hat, but it works very well. Not really sure whether this is supposed to be centre or to the side. Not cool enough to know the answer to that. So this morning we are just at the Jeep event where they're showing us the capability of the car. That's the word I was trying to look for. So this is the capability test, where we're basically seeing how the Jeep 4xe is able to tackle these different obstacles. We've got this kind of like twist where it puts one wheel up in the air, and then across these logs and the angles that it can reach, and then it's just about to go over this ramp at the top. So it's a very cool looking car actually, I really like it. It's not going to be the most practical and most capable 4x4 that there is. It's never going to be as practical as like a Wrangler or something massive, but it's still pretty cool, and it's good for places like this where people actually need to have the reassurance of a 4-wheel drive. So I'll just switch, I'll show you a little bit more of the capability testing of the Jeep, and then I'll show you around it a little bit, and then it's back on the road. We're literally here for like an hour, and then we're heading back to Milan airport, and then I'm heading somewhere else from there. So I'll update you in a moment. So I've just finished filming a tiny bit of content when I could get close enough to the new Jeep, and as you can see, it's now really raining, so I'm very, very soggy, but I don't mind too much as we're about to sit on the coach for another sort of 2.5 hours. So hopefully I'll dry off in that time, and I definitely plan on sleeping a little bit more because I didn't get a huge amount of sleep last night. So we're going to load up onto the coach now, and I'm going to head back to Milan airport, ready for my next destination. Hello, good evening. I'm really sorry I haven't updated the vlog much today. It's been a killer driving day. Done about, as a passenger, I've travelled for about 6 hours today, but you finally join me in a different part of Italy, and this is a part of Italy which is very well known for Ferrari. So I'm sure, as I said, I've given it away by the thumbnail, but I am here with Ferrari to get my true Ferrari taster experience, which is unbelievably exciting. I have no idea what the event's going to look like. I do know I'm doing some track driving and I'm doing some driving on road, which is very, very exciting. But right now it's about 5:45 and I'm just about to meet the others downstairs and we are going to dinner. So I'll see how much I can vlog throughout the day, but I'll definitely catch up with you tomorrow morning. So we've just arrived at the dealership. This is where we're getting our used experience. So we're learning all about what you get as a Ferrari used purchaser, because it's not all about new cars and new car purchases. They want to look after every single person which comes into the Ferrari brand. So we're finding out when you purchase a second-hand Ferrari, what is the experience that you get. So we're in the dealership at the moment, and we're going to have a little look in the workshop as well, which is very exciting. It's very nice to dip a toe into Ferrari for the first time. We've just finished learning about the Ferrari Approved program. So there's actually a 201 point check that every Ferrari goes through, and yeah, it's very different to perhaps the 100-point checks that I've been used to when I previously worked at Volkswagen, that mostly just covered, you know, how mechanically it is. But in terms of this check, it's everything from paintwork to interior, and everything is fixed almost to be like a new car, which is quite cool. So we're just going to head to dinner now, and then I think it's going to have to be an early night for me because we've got a busy day tomorrow driving lots of Ferraris, which is very exciting. So we're up bright and early on my final day in Italy, and we are finally at the Ferrari track, which is super, super exciting. As you can see, already literally surrounded by Ferrari. So the plan today, as far as I'm aware, we're just quickly signing something, and then there's going to be some on-road driving and some track driving. And I don't know if you can see the weather. It's not great, but nonetheless, I probably wouldn't have been pushing it that hard anyway, so hopefully you don't have to worry too much about it being a bit soggy, but fingers crossed I can get some decent content despite of the weather.
Jump here, brake put when you have to brake, and shift down to 4th gear, blind corner here, really important to turn right, turn your head to the right again to see the yellow cone, the back of power all the way on the right hand side, hard braking for the hairpin, down to turn here, wait for the orange one, and then wide narrow corner, arrive at the apex and then realign.
So just to keep you in the loop, I've just been out in the 296 GTB. I've actually finished a video, which I'm really proud of. I didn't think I was going to be able to. And now I'm doing a bit of driving, talking to camera, and then we're heading back to the track. Gonna have a bit of lunch, and then that's when we're getting on the track, which is really exciting. If you want to see my full review of the 926, God, that's my dyslexia. If you want to see a full review of the 296 GTB, then go over to Auto Social UK and it will be on there. But let's head back. Oh, let's do that again. That didn't sound great, did it? That's better. Let's do a start up in a different mode. That's a bit better. And let's head back to the track. So I have to go ahead and tell you about this building right here. So this was actually Enzo Ferrari's house, and he built this racetrack around this house, and he used to watch the cars going around the track from the house, which is just an incredible bit of history, and I love that it's still standing here today, and everything else has been built around it, which is such a lovely story. So I'm back in the 296, but this time it's on track, which is very, very exciting. So this is a rear wheel drive car, so I've got to be a little bit careful. I did go out with the pro driver earlier on, him in the driver's seat, to show me all the different places where I need to brake and accelerate, and it doesn't seem too complicated. The last thing I drove on was a kart track, and that was very difficult, so I feel like this is perhaps a little bit easier, just obviously a lot faster than I went last time. Now the only issue I did have is that when I went out in that car, my helmet, I couldn't hear him, so they're going to get me a new helmet for next time, which I feel much more comfortable about. But we're just about to go out on a slightly slower drive, and this is to get some video footage, so I'll input that of me on this very famous racetrack now. different ball game. Obviously, I'd gotten used to driving the 296, which is rear-wheel drive and has less power. This has 1,000 horsepower, so you've got around 750 at the front, and then you've got 220 at the rear. Crazy. Obviously, four-wheel drive makes the car behave completely different. You got a lot more confidence, but also there's a lot more power, and you get like a second kick down of power as well. So it was like quite unnerving when you first put your foot down. You get loads of power, but then you also get like a second wind, and then suddenly like you want to put your foot on the brake, but of course you have to do it exactly when you're supposed to do it. Sorry, look at that mark on my forehead. But that was so much fun, and actually I'm a lot more confident at driving on track than I thought I'd be. So that's all of my driving done, I believe, and the next thing is to get some hot laps by the pro drivers, so I'm very excited for that. I felt like it made sense to finish this video outside the iconic home of Enzo Ferrari. What an incredible few days I've had. Honestly, it's things like this that make me feel so proud of everything I've achieved in my job, and it's just so exciting to be able to have these experiences and to share them with you guys as well, because I know that a lot of you live vicariously through me, and if it wasn't for all of my subscribers over on the other channel and everybody that supported me, I wouldn't be standing here today. So thank you so much. I have had just the best time. Thank you hugely to Jeep for taking me to Mont Blanc and experiencing that, and getting a little bit of altitude sickness on the way, but incredible nonetheless. And thank you so much Ferrari for taking a chance on me and sharing this opportunity with me. It's been amazing, and actually I have a lot more confidence in myself than I thought I would. I thought this would be a nerve-wracking experience, and I thought I'd feel out of my depth. And don't get me wrong, there's lots to learn when it comes to premium high performance cars like this, but I've had a fantastic time, and I really hope you've enjoyed the video as well. If you have, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you like travel content like this, probably not always quite like this, but if you like travel content, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And until next time guys, see you later.